Hey y'all. So I know that there's a lot going on right now with all the COVID stuff, and there's a lot of people who are scared and anxious, and maybe you're at home with your kids and you're gonna have to start teaching your kids, or maybe you're not working, or maybe you're just generally terrified because there's so many uncertainties right now. And it is a really scary time. I know everyone is super tense and super stressed out. So I wanted to start something that I have used in my life, that I have kind of in my own head, called Sanity Corner. And because, as y'all know, or you probably know, I have an anxiety disorder, and so I have been dealing with that low level of dread that you feel kind of my whole life. So I've developed a few tactics and a few things that have helped me stay sane when I feel like I am losing control, or my life is getting too crazy. So I was thinking I would come on here periodically and just share some of those things, share any resources I could find, and kind of just share what's like making me happy and what's giving me hope right now. And maybe hopefully at some point, like, y'all can send me some too, and we can just kind of pass it on, because I have been seeing, even though there's been so much ugly, like, bad news and stuff, I have seen several things that give me hope and still make me smile, even though, like, I'm still so that's what I wanted to do today. And so for today's Sanity Corner, I wanted to let y'all know that I started watching Jimmy Fallon. Obviously he's being quarantined, and so he is at his house, but he started doing his show from his house, and his wife is filming it, and his kids come in, and it's hilarious. It's great. They also, every night that they show it, they have a donation to a certain charity that's helping out with the COVID response. So I think that's really cool. But I honestly I'm not usually a big Jimmy Fallon fan, but I have loved seeing him in his house, and I swear, I think he's funnier with his family. I've been loving watching him. And he has a slide in his house. If you don't do anything else, watch his videos, because he has a legit slide to get from his second floor to his first floor in his house. It's incredible. So that would be number one that I wanted to recommend, is check out Jimmy Fallon, because it's just very heartwarming to see his kids and everyone doing the kind of the best they can. Two would be that, and I actually got this from his show, there is an artist at the Kennedy Center who, once this all started, he decided to start doing live streaming doodle-like classes. And so his name is Mo Williams, and he, every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, he does a live stream, and he teaches you how to draw something, kind of cool doodle. It's I think it's meant for kids, but honestly, it's kind of therapeutic for adults too. And you can look at all of his old ones if you've missed any of them. And so I just think it's a cool thing that's out there to do. And then third, I want to let also that if you've been following me a while, you know that I'm a big fan of Audible. I listen to audiobooks all the time. I have a membership. I listen to a lot of audiobooks because my job requires me to read so much that when I get home after work, the last thing I want to do is read more. But I love reading, and I love books. And so this is the way for me to kind of have the best of both worlds. And when Zach was gone for his officer training over the summer, I was really worried about getting lonely. And I found that listening to podcasts and listening to books especially was a great way to kind of feel like I wasn't so alone, and it was a good distraction, and it made my days go by faster, and it just, all around was a great thing for me. So that's another good thing to have, I think, especially during this time. And what is really cool is that Audible right now has started a program where you can listen for free. They have a lot of, especially children's resources. It's targeted towards children who are having to be at home and can't be at school, but they also have a lot of the classics like Pride and Prejudice and The Scarlet Letter, and a lot of classic novels that you can just listen to for free. You don't have to have a membership or anything. They also have a lot of meditation guided things and stuff like that, which is really cool. And so I think that's that's the third great resource that you should check out, because it's kind of nice to just get out of your own head for a while and go into a story or something. So the other thing that I love to do when I'm, feeling stressed or like depressed or whatever is I either look up like inspirational quotes, or I just try to find like fun facts. That might be the nerdiest thing ever, but it really for some reason helps me, and so I thought maybe I would share some of those facts today too. So the first fact, so the original voices of Mickey and Minnie Mouse, they actually ended up falling in love and got married. So like Minnie and Mickey Mouse, oh, so cute. Like the voices were also in love and got married. So it's just like, I just love it when the like on-screen romance then the characters end up actually like dating each other too. Which I mean happens all the time in movies, but I've never heard of it happening in like, I don't know, the animated world. So that was really cool. I love finding that out. The second thing is a group of bunnies is called a fluffle. How amazing is that? I can't not smile knowing that. And then third thing was I recently found out that, so in football games, when you come in for the huddle, that was actually invented back in 1890 at a deaf university, and it was so that all of the deaf players could communicate with sign language without the other team seeing them. And so like, as feel however you do about football, and it has its pluses and its minuses, and it's definitely got a bad rap lately, but I think that is a really cool thing. I just love it anytime like that kind of inspirational story, and then here we are still doing it today. So that's for today's Sanity Corner. I don't know if I'm always going to be outside, but I go outside and have the benefit. I'm blessed to have a backyard, so being outside always helps me, and I can still socially isolate but be in the backyard. So for my own sanity, I'll probably do some of these outside, but if it's too loud, maybe I'll move and see. So anyways, that's today's Sanity Corner, and stay safe, and I hope y'all are all staying sane and hang in there. We're gonna get through this eventually.